fans, old and new. Welcome to Finding the Wall, a wholly unserious F1 podcast. I'm Jess, a new but extremely enthusiastic Formula One fan.
And I'm Gabe, who got to follow Briatore's villain reveal arc in real time.
Yeah. He's back.
He's back, but also he was just a person when he came into Benetton, bringing Schumacher with him. And then to go, a few years go by. Like, he was never a saint, but no one really knew.
Yeah, how diabolical
he was. And I got to witness all of that, like, happening.
Well, it did answer the question, how long is a lifetime ban from the FIA? Yeah. And it's exactly 17 years.
Yeah. This is why Formula One is going after the youth audience, because they don't think anybody else survives past 17.
Yep. Also, now there's like, I'm guessing Drive to Survive is still going.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't really watched it, but I'm guessing that whatever's happening in the paddock this season, there's cameras there.
Yeah.
For Netflix, like following Briatore around. So he has to be a bit more covert than he used to be in his evil schemes, I feel.
Well, yeah, but I haven't watched Drive to Survive at all.
Me either.
But I'm curious to see if he has ever actually been on it. And there's also the fact that his stuff has always been behind closed doors anyway. Like, no one would be inside of the meeting. Even if Drive to Survive existed at the time, they would not be in the meeting where he was just like,
true.
Hey, Nelson, crash the car. Like, he's smart. You can't be... Something that I learned in my life is that it's really hard for you to be a scheming evil genius and stupid.
Well,
you don't get to be both.
But look at the United States government right now.
But they're not
Counterpoint.
scheming. They're not scheming.
I guess so. It's all out in the open.
It's all out in the open.
I guess scheming kind of denotes that it's secretive. Like, no,
there's like a
out
longer
in the open.
plan that you're, putting the pieces at play, and they're not like, no, I just hate everyone.
Yeah.
There's a different kind of evil. Wow. Look at us on topic.
Yeah. Shall we yap about Baku?
It's either that or evil.
I mean, Baku was kind of evil.
It was an evil watch.
This weekend.
It was an evil watch.
It was interesting. It was my first Baku. It wasn't boring. ... Well, quali was amazing and long. And I was thinking about that whole like Titanic meme of like, it's been 84 years. Yeah. That was the longest quali ever. It did break some records. It was the most red flags in a qualifying. It was 6 red flags.
It was also the longest qualifying session ever.
Ever?
I think that's the stat that I saw. It was also longer than races are allowed to be.
Yeah, it was over 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Wild.
Skill issue.
So many skill issues. Multiple skill issues. And so Baku was fun though. Even though my boy ate it in the first lap.
Your beautiful child is no longer perfect.
My beautiful child. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, should we get to our one sentence?
Yes, but I do want to ask you more questions about this Piastri incident.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So let's introduce our own thoughts.
Well, my one sentence kind of ties into that. My one sentence is, please welcome your 2025 Drivers' Champion, Max Verstappen.
That man.
The only one, almost the only one that didn't fuck up at all this weekend.
Yeah.
He had a perfect weekend.
Yeah.
And he
do you know why he had a perfect weekend?
Why?
Because he knows that that's what you need to have to be champion.
He almost was like, what? Like, it's hard? It was wild. Like, he was just kind of floating on by, and then while everybody else is, it's like if you're going ice skating and there's one person that has actual ice skates and everybody else is just still on their like regular shoes and slipping and sliding everywhere, and he's just like skating around everybody like, nah.
Yeah.
he's
one of the few people who didn't complain about things on Saturday.
He didn't complain about the wind.
No.
He didn't complain about everything went his way.
And this is not lionizing him because he will complain about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He will clutch some pearls.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to have this, like, it's never in the sense of making excuses. Like, he would tell his team that he's unhappy with the setup, with the car, with the tires, with the track, whatever. So he'll bitch about it, but he'll still make it happen. That seems to be the difference, where you're not going to complain and go like, oh, I couldn't perform to my maximum because of this. Just like, no, it was hard, but I made it work. I did not expect that my appreciation of Max Verstappen was going to increase because of other drivers.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is watching the other ones just kind of limp around with them going, that dude is just special.
It's weird because I feel like, especially after Monza and the whole papaya rules and the team orders and the give him his place back and blah, blah, blah. I felt a little like numbness toward McLaren from that. And after...
Welcome.
It's so weird. And then after Baku, I was like, you know what? If Max Verstappen somehow, like, it's a long shot, but it's not impossible.
No.
If it is a long shot, if he somehow claws his way back and even gets in second, like, if he passes any McLaren driver in the driver standings, I will not be mad at it.
Yeah, no. So the odds of him being champion are minuscule.
Yeah, but never zero.
It is not zero. It is going to be zero when it turns into mathematically zero. Like, I'm just, if he does actually get the title, it is pack it up and go home for everyone else.
Everyone. Yeah.
This entire McLaren project is forever, like this one with Stella and Zach Brown and these two drivers and whatever, they're forever tainted. I'm not saying that they're never going to win anything, but it's the arc of the last 2 years has been this, when will McLaren learn to win, like, again? Because they're winning, but it always seems very tenuous. It always seems like they have a very tenuous grasp, very weak grasp on the notion of
Don't talk about Lando Norris that way.
Both of them are little bitches.
I know. And now I'm starting to, like, actually really agree with you. And I still like McLaren.
Sure.
I still like Oscar Piastri.
Me too. Not me.
Yeah, you're not a Piastri girly. I'm a Piastri girly.
I've mentioned before that, like, I had favorite drivers 20, 30 years ago, and I've had a favorite team my entire life, right? But, like, after a while, the notion of, it's not just because I think it is objectively or morally better, it's just drivers come and go. And you watch it for this long, you go, all right.
Yeah. No, I get that.
There's no point.
I haven't even been watching for that long, and I'm like, I get it.
So there's really no point in having a favorite driver for if you have been watching it for as long as I have. I was like, what's the point of, they're going to stay here 10 years and they're going to go do something else and I'm going to stay here. But
unless you're Fernando Alonso and you're
Fernando Alonso,
the oldest rookie on the grid.
But
yeah, so that was...
So my appreciation for him is really just because of everyone else. It's just... But if he wins, that's pack it up and go home. Like, they're forever tainted. It would be maybe I would not be surprised if they just go, you know what, everybody, just replace everyone. We need to clean house. This project was successful, but it wasn't. It was humiliated. So kind of need to move on, go do some other stuff,
Yeah. Well, what's your one sentence for Baku?
My one sentence for Baku is choo-choo. You can add the motherfucker if you want or not, but my one sentence for Baku was choo-choo.
There were so many DRS trains.
Yes.
There was like 3 going at one time, I remember. And I was just
with 3 to 4 cars each, so that we already have half the grid.
Yeah.
In a DRS train.
I have to say that, and I apologize for this in advance, because... Well, Oscar went out on the first lap.
Yes.
He was gone. And so I was already just like, not distraught, but I was just like, holy shit, what is happening? And then I was like, oh, so Lando can now capitalize on this. And then he doesn't. All weekend, he doesn't capitalize on the fact that the only person in front of him in the driver's standings is like completely just fucked it. So I was just like, if they don't win, they don't win. Come on, Max.
Yeah. I generally don't like the narratives around drivers because of, I don't know, their personalities that we don't actually know because they're all media trained.
Yeah. And
live very far away. And so, but it's stuff like this that gives a lot of credence to the Lando bottles it, which I don't think is a truth. I don't think it's true. I think you could argue for any of them. I think no one's going to say that Piastri is a bottler because he bottled this weekend.
But you saying like Choo Choo DRS train kind of just reminded me that like, oh yeah, Lando was in one of those trains.
Yeah.
And I was honestly kind of glad.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
As a Piastri person, I was like, I was kind of glad that Lando did not capitalize at all.
Yeah.
It worked out the best that it could for Piastri with him being out in the first.
Yeah, because then you see he had this opportunity and I don't know, getting out of a DRS train is nigh impossible. So it's not. But then you see this guy who's just like, oh shit, your rival just crashed and you have the shot to eat a lot of points out of his lead. And then you just get stuck behind Liam Lawson. Right?
Yes.
And it's just, and the thing is,
the conductor himself, Liam Lawson.
He had the pace to overtake either of them.
Yeah.
But Lawson and Tsunoda were trading, who's going to be ahead of the DRS train. And he could have overtaken any of them. He had the pace. He shown it when he overtook Leclerc and just like disappeared.
Yep.
Immediately. Getting out of a DRS train is nigh impossible. But it still looks really weird when it has like, go do a thing.
You grabbed one of my cat toys and you were poking the TV and you were like, do something. Do something. It was the funniest thing.
But I was doing it to anyone like that. It was generally a boring race.
Yeah.
Because the DRS trains did not help. So
yeah, after the safety car and then that like 2 or 3 laps after the safety car when there were a bunch of like overtakes, it was just like, all right, well. Yep. And I knew though, once Max got pole, I was he's winning this thing by like 4 laps. Like he's going to be gone. Yeah. And then everybody else has to deal with.
Yeah, because you have to think about the fact that Sainz not going to pass him. Lawson's not going to pass him.
Right.
So the top 3 are done.
But
right?
Yay, Carlos
So you have
Sainz.
to think about like, is it either going to be one of the Ferraris, maybe a Mercedes, or the McLarens? But they have to get through a lot of people.
Yeah.
So if Lando had qualified second, maybe there would have been a contested battle for first. But Max had such a buffer between him and anyone who could actually threaten his position because the Williams is not going to do it.
Yeah, I think as soon as he saw that he was in P1, he got pole, and then having Sainz and Lawson behind him, he's just like, oh, I've got this race.
It's his to lose. So and he didn't lose.
He didn't lose. He did a great job. Mm-hmm. Yep.
What a weird race. Did you learn something in this weird race?
I did learn kind of that Oscar Piastri basically doesn't make any mistakes for a very long time because he's saving them all up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's saving them all up so that he could like blow it all in one weekend.
Oh, got it.
Because that's the way it works, right?
This has to be a working theory, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's going to happen next race.
Yeah, we don't know.
So
maybe he had the monkey's paw where he has a championship season was the ask. And then it's like, yeah, he totally had a championship season.
Absolutely,
This was great. And then now he's just fucked it for the rest of the season.
It's going to be really interesting to see this situation where we have 2 drivers who are not rookies, but who never really had a shot at a title.
Yeah.
And now they do. They both have. And behind them, and the long shot is the like reigning world champion.
4-time world champion.
Living legend of the sport. And that's neat because getting young drivers like a shot of the title is not uncommon, but during eras of dominance like this, like when Hamilton was dominating, there was no new driver that was going to have a shot.
Yeah.
The only person who kind of had a shot was Rosberg, who's his age, pretty much. And it kind of goes, like that. Like Vettel became champion very early on and then had his era. And then Hamilton became champion very early on, had a gap, and then came back, and like that was his era. So it's not common to have this situation where we have two people vying for the title who are not experienced in winning championships. And the person and the long
shot.
And the long shot is just like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
because he could pull what was it, 2007? Where this same kind of thing happened. He just has to win. Max Verstappen just has to win every race.
And then be lucky and still get lucky.
Piastri and Lando need to not come in second, basically at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So Max has to win and get lucky.
I mean, it could happen. If anybody could do it, it could be Max. But yeah, Oscar made mistake after mistake after mistake. Like he crashed in qualifying. The false start.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was so weird. And I felt bad for Fernando Alonso because he also false started because of Oscar. Yeah. And then crashed. Like false start and then like straight into a wall. Really? I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's, even though I don't subscribe to this notion of like Piastri is very level-headed and very cool and doesn't like, they all do. But that sequence of very rookie, very basic errors. The false start is a basic error, and he really like false started. It wasn't
he went like 2 feet over the line.
Yeah, it wasn't a car kind of moved a little bit. It was just he went and realized that he shouldn't have. And
at the beginning of the race, we didn't know what happened because we were watching the people in the very front, and he had qualified like 9th, which is also just weird because he crashed the car. And it's like, so much happened in that first 4 or 5 turns because then Oscar like completely like crashed in like turn 5 or something. But we're watching like Max and the Williams and Lawson and whatever like at the front, seeing what they're gonna do, and then it's like, and Oscar Piastri's in 20th, and we're like, what?
Yeah, what?
How did that happen?
And then he wasn't anymore.
And then he wasn't. Yeah. He wasn't in anything.
No. But hey, he gets the trophy for the only person to DNF.
Yeah. Good for him.
Good for him. Congratulations, Oscar Piastri. You're and he's the only person who DNF'd.
And he got to sit on the side watching on a Marshall's phone because he couldn't get back around.
Presumably eating the Marshall's banana.
Yeah, eating the Marshall's banana. Apparently, his bodyguard person, his security, had to walk like 30 minutes around the track to try to grab him. The PR person for McLaren didn't know where he was. They didn't know what happened to him. They knew that he was okay because he had gotten out of the car and they had the car, but they didn't know where he was because he doesn't have a phone or anything. He can't like call them. And so they didn't know where he was until they saw on the broadcast the like person behind him that was taking video of him like just sitting there watching the phone. And so they found out where he was. They sent the security to go get him, but it was literally like a 30-minute walk for the security guard and then another like 20 or so minutes back to the other side with Oscar. Okay. Because he had to walk on the streets.
Yeah. But did it not go back because it didn't know how to go back? Or did he not go back because just like, you know what? I'm going to stay here.
It was just too many fans. Like it was just a whole bunch of people.
He couldn't get back.
He couldn't get back by himself.
Got it.
I mean, he could have gone back by himself, but he would have been swarmed.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have his security there or anything. Yeah. So once the security got to him, then they walked back together to the
Well, he had the helmet.
Paddock.
He could have headbutted the fans.
He could have. He definitely could have. Yeah. But there are some amazing photos of him walking because his security wasn't like super close to him, just walking in his kit, like half taken off because it's fucking hot. And the security guard was holding his helmet. So just walking down the streets of Baku, trying to get back to the paddock. Because I mean, it's a street race. So I mean, it's just on the street. So he had to walk all the way around. Yeah. There's some really good photos.
I think Russell is still president of the Drivers Association, and they need to have training next year for where to actually go when you crash your car. So you end on the side of the track that will take you to the paddock more easily.
But then we wouldn't get those amazing, like, sad Charles.
True. So George Russell, if you're listening, forget what I just said.
We need the photos.
We need the photos.
I have one more thing that I learned. But what did you learn?
I learned that. So I was very excited about the grid because weird grids are awesome. They usually yield very good races.
Oh, you mean when like the Williams?
Yeah. Williams up ahead, and all that. Like that shakeup was very nice. And I was very excited about it, especially because Baku is usually a very is a track that has a lot of overtaking. So I was excited about the fact that you have slow people up ahead with faster car behind them. So you're gonna get a lot of action. What I was not realizing is that Baku is a track that has a lot of overtaking because of the long straights with the DRS advantage. And when you have slow people up ahead with another slow car behind them that can't actually overtake them on pace. Choo-choo. So I learned that like maybe Baku doesn't really benefit that much from a weird grid. And you create a boring race. A race that was actually more boring than the normal ones from the quote-unquote normal ones. Like at least a normal grid from years prior.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
I mean, there are a bunch of races that were a lot more boring than qualifying. Mm-hmm. But this qualifying was just...
Yeah. Yeah, red flags are weird. I get it. It's not a complaint. It's not a take.
Yeah.
It's just they are weird because you sit there and going, okay, all right.
And everybody goes back, and then it's like starting to rain, and then it doesn't rain, and they kept saying it was going to rain during the race, like rain starting in 10 laps, and then it just never rained.
Never did.
Yeah, I thought I was not excited for the rain, but by the time they started talking about we might have rain, that's when it got into a boring part of the race. Yeah. So I was just like,
Also, never feel ashamed of being excited about rain. Like rain is exactly the part of the F1 fandom, in my humble experience, is that you want them to face unexpected things.
Yeah.
Right?
Even if
the cars were better and overtaking was easier and et cetera and et cetera. Like even in those days when we did not have ground effect cars or like high downforce cars, rain and crashes and all these things, they add the unexpected to the race. And then watching how the teams react and who benefits from it and who lucks out and who's very unlucky when these things happen is part of the excitement. So even if I love these cars, which I don't, I would still be very excited anytime that rain comes.
Yeah.
Because it throws a wrench into their plans. They spend so much time and money being perfectly planned, and God goes, rain.
And then it never rained, and I was like,
And it never rained, and it was annoying.
It was
annoying. So, yeah, it was kind of a boring race.
Yeah, and I was already dejected because my boy, at the very beginning, just completely whiffed it.
So, I have a question about that. Yeah. But before, maybe you should talk about the last thing that you learned.
Oh, the last thing I learned is that Carlos Sainz does not know how to jump.
No, he really does not.
He was...
that boy is on the ground. He's a high downforce driver. That's what he is.
Yeah, like some context to that is like, so Carlos podiumed with a Williams for his first Williams podium, and we were so excited for Carlos. Yay, good for him. I was very excited for him. But after he got out of the car, he ran over, you know how they like jump into the crews and everything.
But it was also, Max did that first.
He did, and Max jumped like
soared
straight into, he jumped like almost over the barrier into everybody. And then we expected Carlos to do the same thing, and he was like running. And then he just kind of, he may have gotten like a foot and a half off the ground, and his legs did this like weird like frog thing. It was odd.
And then he was somewhat kind of held for a split second by the drivers, and his feet just like dangling. It was embarrassing.
And he did it kind of twice, and we were like, maybe better.
No, he is a high downforce driver.
He is a high downforce driver.
Stuck to the ground.
Carlos Sainz can't jump. Sorry, Carlos. Yeah, but
good for Williams though.
Good
Awesome.
for Williams.
Hell yeah.
And I can't believe that Carlos with Williams got a podium before Hamilton with Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well. Sucks to be Hamilton.
Sucks to be Hamilton. But Hamilton didn't give the place back.
No.
I think he did that shit on purpose. I know that he was like, okay, he just didn't have time. But I mean, and of course they're just fighting for 8th and 9th.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares. And at the end, Charles Leclerc was like, it's fine. Because of course they asked him about it. Like, are you mad that Lewis didn't give you back the spot and whatever? And he was like, it's fighting between 8th or 9th. It's just the way it happened. It's fine. He was slowing down, but it just didn't work out. It's like
it would have been the most embarrassing thing to happen this weekend if he was mad about that.
Yeah.
Just like 8 and 9? No. You're a Ferrari driver.
I feel like that's the most important thing that I learned is that Carlos Sainz can't jump at all.
So my question for you is, how is your relationship with, one, the race, and two, your own fandom of Formula One in general? So like, how was it to watch a race where your favorite driver wasn't in it? And also you got to see him crash in its status. Like, how was it to have that experience of the first time that you see your driver fail hard?
Yeah, it is the first time.
And the second one is, did that experience of watching this race change in any way how you think you're going to approach the next races? What did you learn about yourself is what I'm asking.
It's a very good question. So I've said before that I've been a Knicks fan for a really long time. And the Knicks are usually terrible. Just terrible. And I'm kind of used to that. And sometimes they're quite good and we'll go to games and sometimes they will win. Most of the time they won't. I mean, they have been pretty good past couple of years, but I remember going to Knicks games when they are going to lose. Like, they're going to lose. So I didn't feel the same like it did when the Knicks loses. I felt like the same as I do when the Knicks inevitably trade away one of their better players. And then it's like, oh, that's like the most Knicks thing to happen. And that's how I felt. It's like a different type of dejected of just like, not an immediate sort of like disappointment, but just like, of course.
So you're trying to lose now. Not even like, you're not even going to give it a shot.
I just had that sort of like, that feels familiar.
Yeah.
And it's also like just a slight numbness of like, well, I was pretty sad for the first, I don't know, like 15 minutes after that. Like, I mean, you saw me. I just kind of like when we saw that he crashed, like I was on the floor. And then I just kind of sat on the floor for a while while they were moving his car out of the way. And then I was just like, fuck. But then, like, I was worried about Lando capitalizing on it and making back so many points. So then when I figure out, like, oh, Lando's also fucked it, I didn't feel as bad. I was just like,
interesting.
All right, well, this wasn't great, but it could have been a lot worse. Like, it went as well as it could for someone who DNF'd.
Yeah.
Because how many did he lose to Lando? What, like 6 points?
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only lost 6 points.
Yeah. Which is more than what Lando needed.
Yeah, he needs like 4 for each race or something.
He's still, it could have been a lot worse, but it could have been worse. He got the job done.
Yeah. But it would have been the same if like Oscar came in first and Lando came in second.
Yeah.
Which is what I was expecting, or like second and third, or one of those things. Or or Lando coming in first, Oscar coming in second. I'm expecting Lando to chip away at some of that every race, but I didn't want him to get like 25 points back. So I was just like, well, Max is going to win this race. I knew that Oscar would still be in number 1 at the end of the race. But also I was just like, look at Max. I think that Oscar wasn't in it. If Max hadn't been driving, which you didn't actually see Max a lot because he was just out in front. I don't know. I like watching Max drive.
Mm-hmm.
Watching Max drive is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I was fine with it.
Yeah.
Ultimately. But there's so many think pieces out there now. Is like, has McLaren like completely like lost all of their pizzazz or whatever, and just mistakes. But I'm just like, they've been doing so well. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, and it's the interesting thing, to me at least, is that Baku was expected to be a not very good McLaren circuit. So they did as well as you could have if you were analyzing things like very, very, like soberly months ago, and you go track by track and go, Baku is not going to be their track. That's easy to tell. But when you get here with the current context of them already struggling in Monza, right? So we have this like, are you going to do something? Imagine the world being like expecting you to do something in the place that 2 months ago they knew they were not going to. So now we have this added pressure, and it creates the environment for these kinds of think pieces. So like, have they lost it? And the answer is yes and no.
Yeah.
Right? The car is still the car, the drivers still the drivers, and there's, Singapore is going to be a whole other thing.
I just kind of realized something. So you asked like how I felt about Oscar and McLaren after this weekend, and me saying it feels like the Knicks trading away their star player and that sort of disappointment. I think I know why, because Monza, I was already so disappointed with them after Monza. I think that this was just continuing that disappointment. So I think that's why I didn't feel like, just losing one of the Knicks games, but more like, like
you're not even trying to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
welcome to the McLaren.
I think it's because I already had a bad taste in my mouth from Monza.
Well, the part of me that is aged and jaded in this fandom is like, good. Good.
It had to happen eventually.
It has to.
Yeah.
Right? And the old guy in me is going like, that's how you develop actually appreciation, because it's very easy to just be, I like whoever's winning.
Yeah.
So good for you. You're turning into a real fan, quote unquote real fan. Gotta hate it.
I mean, I still hope that Oscar wins the championship. But honestly, if Max somehow claws back, I'm not going to be.
No, you would have witnessed something spectacular.
Yeah. It would be amazing. So, I mean, and I'm also just like, my team's not infallible. It's kind of when you realize you can beat your dad at something.
The greatest.
For the first time, it's like, oh.
I guess. So the greatest comeback that I remember seeing, there were other great ones. I'm not saying this is the greatest of all time, but like the one that really stuck with me was Hamilton coming back in 2021. Versus Verstappen. That was like I have had people that I knew did not really like Hamilton as a driver going like, no, that dude is fucking great because of the string of races that he had towards the end of the championship, and then Abu Dhabi happened. So imagine if Verstappen actually makes the comeback and gets to Abu Dhabi with like a real shot at the title, and then another one of those incidents happened and the title goes to whatever McLaren driver is ahead. That would be poetic.
Yeah.
And insane. So yeah.
I wonder if what would be wild is if Max gets within like however many points it was that George Russell, that he lost because of running into George Russell.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I love F1. It's so stupid. And it makes me very happy.
It is really stupid.
It's very stupid.
But you know what's not stupid?
What's not stupid?
The Finding the Wall Awards.
Yay! Let's give our own championships. Nice.
We talked a lot about this race.
We did.
Even though not much happened. Interesting, right?
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
it was my first Baku.
Yeah, the fact that we had a lot to say, even though the race itself was boring.
Yeah.
That's
we're
nice.
Yappers, professional yappers.
We do be yappers.
I liked my first Baku.
Nice.
It was, I had heard that it's either going to be great or terrible, and it was a little bit of both. It was like, oh wow, this is going to be quali was chaotic. The first lap was crazy, and then nothing else happened. Everybody remembered how to drive. They didn't. There was no more walls found really. After after Oscar, it kind of sobered everybody up. I'm just like, oh.
Skill issues are a Saturday thing.
Skill issues are a Saturday thing.
You know?
That should be the new shirt.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Skill issues are on a Saturday only.
But yeah, let's get to our own awards.
Ooh, let's see who actually won.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
I mean, let's start with our anger management. So, who is your anger management winner?
My anger management winner is one George Russell on lap 6. Going, fuck!
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. You just hear a boop and nothing else.
Yes. And I'm assuming he said fuck.
He had to have said fuck.
I don't actually know.
He had to have said fuck.
Maybe he said
They're not gonna bleep out blimey.
Bollocks.
They're not gonna bleep that out.
No. Yeah. So that's my anger management.
What happened that made him
I don't actually know.
yell?
I don't think they showed it.
Yeah, because it was nothing, and then you just hear George also going beep.
Yeah. Spectacular.
It was really funny.
It makes me really want to. I'm probably never gonna do it because that would be very boring. But like actually watch a whole race where I'm just listening to one driver's live radio.
Oh yeah. Because with F1 TV, the app, you can do that,
you can
right?
do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be uncensored, so you just get fuck. He pressed a button to say fuck, and then unpress the button because I think the radio is push to talk.
It is push to talk.
So yeah,
and they at least didn't air whatever the engineer said back to him. It was literally just beep and then nothing.
Yeah,
it was great.
For some reason, they just pressed the button, said fuck, and then unpressed the button, and everybody moved on with their days. Like, sometimes you need it.
Yeah,
you know. So good for him.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I just text you like fuck, and then I mean,
you're a very own George Russell.
In a lot of ways, yes.
In a lot of ways.
We are both so bitcy, and I love it.
Who was your?
So my anger management were the marshals during qualifying. Because they just keep having to clean up car after car after
unpaid.
Debris after debris. Yeah, they're unpaid. I hope they got to keep a lot of carbon fiber.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That popped off of people's cars.
Make a necklace.
Oh, I totally would. Oh, that would be great. But yeah, I just figured the marshals.
Congratulations, marshals.
Yeah.
For having the patience of a saint.
Yeah.
And the salary of a saint.
I was waiting. Who else hit the Charles Leclerc "I am stupid" part?
I don't think anyone hit it. I think someone almost hit it.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
I don't remember.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
I am stupid. I am stupid. But yeah, it was the marshals. What about who's your most cursed this weekend?
My most cursed is Lando Norris, who did not he didn't have his weekend ruined.
No, he still finished the race.
Yeah, by the curse. But they had this kind of weird overcut thing that would have worked
if he didn't have a terrible pit again.
Lost 2 seconds. Came out behind the DRS train.
I think I would have been so much more sad if Lando had a great weekend.
Yeah.
But Lando also
that slow pit stop cost him 1, if not 2 positions.
Because he came out behind Leclerc.
Yeah.
And they can't tell Leclerc to give him the give him the position back.
No. So yeah, another shitty pit stop that costs him positions in the race. And so anyway, that's my most cursed. What about you?
I mean, obviously it's Oscar Piastri. He just had the worst weekend and he wasn't even sick. George Russell was the one that was sick and came in second. George Russell does nothing, comes in second.
Yeah.
Does nothing, comes in second.
You're considering skill issue a curse?
The man had a bad weekend.
He had a bad weekend.
Everybody can have a bad weekend. Yeah. A lot of these drivers have multiple bad weekends. Yeah. And Oscar doesn't really have a lot of bad weekends. So he's allowed. like I said earlier, I think he just saved up all of his mistakes to do them all at one time. And now he's got them out of the way. And then Singapore, he can start fresh, start new.
Maybe this is who he is now. Maybe he's the new Lance Stroll.
Oh. You better be glad you were that far away from me across the table. Because no. Oh, Lance Stroll.
He's the new Lance Stroll.
He is not the
Oscar
new Lance
Piastri
Stroll.
become a fisherman. Challenge 2025.
No, Lance, ew. No, but yeah, it's Oscar. Like just for the entire weekend.
Yeah,
like he
had
just
a bad weekend.
He fucked it. But it's okay, Oscar. I still love you, and I think you're a really good driver. He's a good driver,
even with the skill issue.
Even with the skill, I couldn't do it.
Well, I could absolutely crash that car into a wall. Easy.
God damn it.
Easy.
I just think every driver is allowed to have a bad weekend.
Yeah.
They're very costly, but now they're just like, oh, Oscar's not the Iceman anymore. We thought he was so cool and calm and collected. And I'm like, he's 24. He's had
Also, the original Iceman crashed too.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's what? Kimi Räikkönen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine.
It's fine. They'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
So how about Cuntiest comms?
My Cuntiest comms. The emotions weren't high.
There
this
weren't
weekend,
a lot. Yeah.
But my Cuntiest comms, this Sainz just really wants to be left to it.
Yeah, that was really good.
Because, and you know what? I agree with, because the message is like, yeah, man, the Ferrari's coming, man, and like it's gonna suck for you. And it's just like, it's gonna be tough. I don't know. And it's just like, got it. Leave me to it.
Leave me to it.
Just because what a weird message. It's like, yeah, buddy. I don't know, man. Might as well. I think you're fucked.
Got a Ferrari on your ass.
Yeah, it's coming. I don't know. You're probably gonna fuck it up. So I don't know, man. And it's just like, I got this.
And he did got this.
And he did got this. Yeah. He used all of his energy getting it.
And then he couldn't jump.
Exactly. Normal day.
My Cuntiest comms, we kind of already talked about it. It's just George Russell going, fuck.
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 It was so good.
It's just mad. Just one single fuck.
I'm going to check. I should have done it before the podcast, but I want to check and see why he did that, because I actually don't know. They didn't really talk about it too much because I think they were still talking about Oscar fucking it.
I think you'd have to actually just rewatch the race from George Russell's camera to figure out what it was.
I'm not going to do that.
I don't think there's going to be any news articles about it. I don't think rewatching the race is going to show. It was just
such a weird non sequitur.
Yeah. Fuck.
It was so odd. But
spectacular.
Yeah, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
How about your best overtake?
My best,
there were a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some good ones, but I think I'm going to go with the first one that I saw, especially because it wasn't like, into turn one or into the last corner or whatever. On the first lap, Russell and Tsunoda, I think it is on turn 3. There is a DRS zone, but there is no DRS first lap. So like and all the cars kind of packed. That was a good overtake kind of on the outside of turn 3, I think. So that was it. It was a nice one.
Nice.
Tight.
My favorite was Leclerc on Lando Norris.
That was good too.
It was like right after the safety car.
Yeah.
And I mean, they ended up trading a bit, but it was a really good overtake. And I was just like, yeah, Charles, because I'm like secretly pulling for that man to do something and he needs a win.
To experience joy once.
Yes, he needs to experience joy.
Challenge 2025.
So yeah, I thought that was fun. Fun.
And so we get to the
best wall found.
The best wall found.
Well, for me, it was like everyone in qualifying.
Sure.
But of course, it's Oscar.
Lap 1.
He found that wall.
Alone.
No.
Nothing fucking happened.
Cannot believe it's still like wild in my head that with the crazy chaotic qualifying, and Oscar hit the wall in qualifying too.
He did.
And so did Lando actually, but it didn't like fuck up the car the way it did Oscar. Like so many people just kind of kiss the wall with the back tires. But it's amazing to me that during the race, Oscar Piastri was the only one to crash and then no one else did. Not that I want other people to crash, but it was just wild that like the person that hardly ever crashes, knock on wood, Oh no, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was Oscar.
He did find by himself alone.
Yeah.
Just looked at the wall and went straight into it.
And then he just said, I'm okay.
I'm okay. And then he went to get a banana.
And he got a banana.
Now, we don't know if it was given to him or he mugged the marshal. Because he had the phone as well. So, like, maybe he also had the wallet.
Yep.
We don't know.
He was like,
just beat a marshal.
Give me all your stuff or I will neck you to death.
Yeah.
Like a giraffe. You know how giraffes fight?
Yeah.
That's how F1 drivers fight.
Thick neck. Damn.
Was yours also Oscar?
Absolutely. Like, I mean, who else?
Yeah.
Not only, it wasn't a spectacular crash, but it's the most significant crash that we've had in quite a while.
Yeah. I really wish he would have said, I am stupid. I am stupid. I mean, he had the opportunity to do the funniest thing and then he didn't do it. Another reason I'm losing respect for Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Piastri, when your Formula One career doesn't pan out because you're going to lose this title to Max Verstappen, try comedy.
I am stupid.
Try comedy.
I do have to say, I say Banana Leclerc once a day at least. I'll just be like, Banana Leclerc. It's a meme for people that are listening that don't know. Look up Banana Leclerc and it's quite funny. They did all kinds of crazy things over the pandemic. And yeah.
That was it. That was Baku.
That was Baku.
Good race.
It was an interesting race.
It was a very interesting race. It wasn't a good race.
Was it a good race? I didn't want to contradict you, but it's like
boring. Thank you very much.
I can't believe you said it was a good race because the whole time you were just like, do something.
It was a boring
poking
race.
The television.
It was just a lot of like maybe something cool will happen and no.
Yeah.
We had a good first lap.
I'm just glad Lando didn't win. Yay.
No, but I want this championship to be tight.
It's going to, but it's just going to be Oscar and Max instead of Lando and Oscar.
Yeah. We don't know which one of the McLaren boys is going to fuck it up more.
That's true.
So maybe we will leave Lando and Max and Oscar just going to crash.
I'm sure, knock on wood, after Singapore, I'll be back in my like, woo, McLaren. Woo. I need to wear some merch. And really get in the papaya spirit.
To bring you back.
Yeah, they need a good weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to be a McLaren fan no matter what.
Yeah.
But
it's an important...
I need the enthusiasm.
You can be a fan either way, but it's a different feeling when you're a fan who's not dating side.
Yeah.
And there is a fandom, dating side fandom, and there is a fandom...
And they're all Ferrari.
Hey, and I've been a McLaren fan for a long time. I remember the years of 2017, and it was... the worst.
How did you feel like, was it late last year when they really started winning?
It was weird. I still don't trust it. And it's not like McLaren is a losing team. Historically, they're not.
Yeah, they're one of the big four.
But they sucked so hard, like in the middle of the last decade. They sucked so hard and had so many attempts like, no, this one is going to be like this is... McLaren Honda is going to be a thing, and then Mercedes is going to come back, and they have Alonso, and just like all of these things, and none of it worked out. That to see the car just kind of turn around with these two kids, is very interesting, and I still don't trust it. And not to be like with the whole reading too much into the tea leaves and being dramatic and having a hot take, but I do think that they have lost the winning, not mentality, but like you get into the habit of winning.
Yeah.
Right? And you know what we need to do.
They need to get that back.
I think
Max it never goes out of Max's head. Like he knows what he needs to do.
To a certain degree, feels like even though they have the best car, they approach the weekend without confidence. Not with like, I don't want them to always believe they're going to be the best one, because you have to keep, got to keep the hunger going. Like, got to keep working at it. But also they approach like with no confidence, very insecure about what they're doing from the outside, from sitting here in your living room watching the race. Like it's,
Yeah.
But I think that just takes a while. Like maybe next year they're going to have a better winning aura. They don't have a winning aura, to quote the youth.
They're not hungry.
They're hungry, but they're also fumbling. Like they're, I don't know, rummaging through the fridge, instead of being like, I'm going to get a burger. And it's going to be a great burger. No, they're going to snacking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Zach Brown, call me. I'll come up with a lot of analogies for what you need to do.
They do need to call us.
They need to call us.
Because we have this podcast.
We do have this podcast. Where is it?
It is here on the Stupid Little Podcast Network.
Well, what else is in it?
We got there. So in my day job, I work in video games, and I have a video game podcast called Stupid Little Games, where we talk about all things gaming from the inside out. Each week, I sit down with various insiders from the game industry, and we talk about our current gaming obsessions. We tell stories from projects past and present, and then we play a stupid little game that I write for each guest. We talked a lot about F1 on like the last one that I recorded, which will be out next month. So just search for Stupid Little Games wherever you get your podcast, and it's a fun time.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. And if you liked this podcast, please subscribe on your favorite podcast app, and a review goes a really long way. We would appreciate it. It would be great. Give a thumbs up, give a review. And you can follow me on Blue Sky. I'm caketease caketease.bsky.social, not app. So caketease.bsky.social. It's a fun community. And you can't follow Gabe.
No, if you follow me, I'll create a gust of wind. I'm going to crash your car. I have that power. I only use it sparingly, but I will use it if you follow me.
He will use it. I've seen it.
All right. And this brings us to the credits.
It is the credits.
Whoa. Let's do the credits.
Let's do the credits.
We're really good at
What a segue. Oh my God.
I keep trying to come up with the worst segues possible. And I think
that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Good job.
Thank you. Well, but if we enjoy this kind of segue, this professionalism.
We don't.
You should know that this podcast is part of the Stupid Little Podcast Network.
We've said that like 14 times. Oh no. Say it again, Gabriel.
This podcast is part of the Stupid Little Podcast Network.
What network is this?
The Stupid Little Podcast Network.
Is it big?
It is. No, it's too small.
Okay.
Is it smart?
No, it's stupid. And so are we.
So are we.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Somewhere out there is the big smart podcast network.
But and it's not here.
It's not it.
With either one of us.
It would be so nice to be smart.
It would be so nice to be smart.
But it is hosted and edited by Gabe Koski and Jess Perdue.
That's us.
The theme music is by the super talented Baird Russell.
That's not us.
That's not us. Thank you so much for listening.
Yep.
And we'll see you next round. Singapore. We keep doing great at speaking in unison.
Yeah.
Look at us.
We're very smart.
It's going to be a night race. Have you watched Night Race?
I have not. I'm excited.
Whoa, it's going to be your first night race.
I'm really excited.
Nice.
No, night.
Cool. Oh. I think our brains are gone.
We got to go.
Bono. My
Bye.
brains are gone. Bye, everybody.
Bye. I am stupid. I am stupid.
What an ending.